poised to be the pioneer eco-friendly smart city in Africa, the Imperial International Business City project, to be located in Lekki, Lagos, is set upon completion in 2022 to redefine the standard of urban development in the continent. Developed with the concept of being a smart, green, safe and sustainable city, Imperial International Business City is poised to revolutionize the real estate sector, giving impetus to the profile of Lagos as an emerging megacity to watch in the globe. Described as an ambitious project that will contribute immensely to the socio-economic landscape of Nigeria, stakeholders and investors converge at Ikateland, Lekki, Lagos, for the formal groundbreaking ceremony of the project by His Royal Highness Oba Saheed Ademola Elegushi. Oba Saheed Elegushi speaks on the project and the impact it will have on the economy.
As you can see that Lagos population is escalating every time, and there is need to expand your kingdom. That's why the vision of Imperial City came into place. And you can see we've been on it for 4 years. I think we started with the name of God, and it's still like a dream to me because some people believe it's not something we can do, but with God's mercy, things are going on fine. I'm not going to say much now. This is just the beginning of the project. At the end of the project is when I'm going to say much. Normally, when you want to do a reclamation project like this, you do your due diligence, EIE, environmental impact. We've done anything. We've contacted the world-class Royal Asconi. They are like 1 to 3 in the world. They're into dredging reclamation. They're giving us all the best advice, which we are going by. And we are dredging 3.5 above sea level for us to have a fraud-free city. We travel every time. We love good things. We've been to Dubai. We've been to many good places of the world. I now thought to myself, how can we, as a black man, is it a cause for us not to do something better? So that's why the vision of Imperial City. It's not about the money, it's about leaving legacy for you and your children coming. Lagos is a place that is developing every day. People flock into Lagos. And by UN report, they said it's the most developed corridor in West Africa. So, and we are planning ahead of that vision. That's why we are increasing our domain and making things happen. And Lagos State government has been so helpful by granting us this extension, and we are not going to disappoint them.
Massive city projects like the IIBC require strategic financing. Mr. Wale Agbeyangi, MD CEO, Cordros Capital, speaks on the sentiment of investors.
One of the reasons why we supported this project from the onset, was because of the initiatives on, smart city, green place where nobody needs to worry about power, nobody needs to worry about water and other, utilities. The idea and the support they also receive from their technical partners, from Holland, from England, Germans. Everybody's on this project. Everybody wants to be on this project, and we're happy that they also got a lot of support from Lagos State government as well. So we're in full support with Kadari Capital on this. Yeah.
So is there domestic funding more than foreign funding, or it's more of FPIs?
No, right now most of the fundings have been done locally, and it's been a bit of a surprise even to us. A lot of investors, mostly local investors, are putting a lot of funds into this project. But the advisor, the technical partners are mostly foreign because of the quality that we want to bring on board on this project.
The Imperial International Business City is described as a strategic smart city that will achieve the live, work and play, boosting the cosmopolitan lifestyle in Lagos. Mr. Femi Akioye, MD ChannelDrilling, speaks further on its features and value.
So far right now, our master plan is ready, and our reclamation design is ready. All the regulatory approval, we've gotten them, and as you can see, our dredger, the Dredging International, the dredging contractor, have actually started work. Right now, they are laying pipes across this land to where Imperial City is going to be, and they started laying underwater pipes that's going to go 3.5 kilometers into the lagoon. That's where we're taking our sand from. We're taking the sand like 3.5 kilometers into the between 3.5 kilometers to 5 kilometers into the lagoon. So that is where we are right now. Dredging International is working, and they're going to be pumping like 1 million cubic meters per month. So the dredging is going to be very fast. In 24 months, we are done with the reclamation. We're going to wait for a while for it to settle. Though we're going to do employ some technology to make sure it settles fast. And we are going to start putting infrastructure, because the target is by 2022, Imperial City should be standing. People should be able to start building their houses. People that have invested. That is where we are right now.
So you talked about being safe and being sustainable. How really, literally safe and sustainable is this project? Yes, I heard you when you talked about being flood-free for the next 75 years. Convince viewers and the public on this.
Is it the flood-free in the next 75 years is based on what we are doing. Number one, based on what Royal Asconi, which is our marine consultants, have done. They've done an extensive research on the lagoon as the glaciers that is melting affects it, and we've discovered that in the next 15 years there's going to be 1.6 meters increase in the water level. If you look at the road that we applied to this place, you see that road is actually higher than most of the development on the right and on the left. And the reason for that is that coincidentally, Lagos State government actually commissioned another world-class consultant to study the impact of this water level rise. So most of the roads that Lagos State is even doing now is very high. You understand? So safe that we're saying we're doing 3.5 meters rather above sea level, because that is the only way we can guarantee that there will be no flood in the next 75 years. You know, it doesn't matter how, unless we can put 15 feet underground drainage like they have in Japan, you know. But we realize that it will be cheaper to just go 3.5 meters above sea level. That is going to be safe. You know, it's way above the future rise of the water, the future rise in water level in the lagoon for the next 75 years. And apart from that, the sustainability is the fact that we are providing, the Imperial City is providing its own power, electricity, cooking gas, water. We're not going to allow everybody dipping boreholes at their backyard. You know, we're going to supply water. Obviously, they're going to pay for it. Waste treatment plant. We're going to have a data center. It's going to be the first city to have a data center. So everything will be automated. You know, that's why I'm saying it's going to be extremely, extremely sustainable. Everything is going to be provided and it's going to be paid for, because the good thing about Nigerians and Nigerians, when they see quality, they understand quality. And you know, what we've seen from our investors, they want these things and they're ready to pay for it, you know. So it's still going to be cheaper than you having your own generator and burning your own diesel, you know. And as you can see, our master plan, we have a lot of parks within the city, which is green, you know. We're going to have a lot of parks, we're going to have a lot of green area, a lot of play places. And most of the things are possible and are here right now because we just went for the best consultant in the world. There's nobody that has a better team than us in Africa. You can check them. Everybody is top 20 globally rated. We've met people that believed in our dream and they've been ready to put their money down. We're getting a lot of support. The European Export Agency, we're working with them. They're financing the infrastructural, British Deputy High Commissioner's Office. They are helping us to get some UK export financing. So we have subscribers and we have foreign investors, you know, and foreign financial investors, both institutional ones. But right now, most of the ones that we've actually tapped into are the local ones. At the later stage, we'll tap into the foreign institutional investors. But they are there. They've been showing their interest, and I think part of the reason is because they've looked at our team and they've been very, very impressed. So we've gotten a lot of traction from them. we're looking at the books. Our lawyers and our financial advisors are practically doing the pros and cons, so they will advise us on which way to go further, whether to take it or not to take it.
Okay, sorry, finally, in terms of valuation, we know that the Atlantic is like $300 million. Do you have a valuation of how this project
You
is?
see the brochure, the low density residential area right now is about 100,000 per square meter, and we're only releasing 50. You know, we're just releasing that 50 for the launch. The valuation is really, really going to go up. That is what. Whether we're going to get to the level of Atlantic or not, I'll leave that to demand and supply.
With a solid dredging plan of 3.5 meters above sea level, the analysis is that the IIBC will be flood-free for 75 years. This will be a major attraction that will reposition Lagos as a key destination for regional and international business.